Okay, so in my first ever film class as a film major, I was given an assignment that tells me to make a video essay where I relate my favorite movie to something from our textbook. Since I'm a film major, the chapters that I had to choose from were topics like film form, narrative, mise en scene, editing, and cinematography. Fun, right? So I thought, wow, I know just the movie to do. What movie could match all of these topics perfectly? Why, nothing but Bo Burnham's Inside. Hey, okay, this movie was a pretty big hit back when it came out. The tone of the movie perfectly fit the emotions that could be felt by pretty much everybody during the COVID-19 pandemic. Sad, vulnerable, overwhelmed, scared, helpless, closed off from everyone and everything. But Bo Burnham, being Bo Burnham, decided that the world needed to be helped. The people needed to have some joy thrown back in their faces after all the shit that had been happening to the world. The global pandemic bringing everything to a grinding halt, climate change officially getting way worse, economic and housing crises, inflation. So, pretty much all the same stuff as today. In the midst of all of this, Bo Burnham said, "You know what? The world could use a little comedy." And then dropped this banger. Sorry, I'm not supposed to tell you that it's a good movie. But I fear it speaks for itself. Inside was written, edited, and directed by Bo Burnham and features him as the main and only character. This film starts with Bo entering a small room. This room is where all of the scenes in the movie take place. So we're kind of on a small stage here. But an overall theme that I see in this movie is Bo trying to answer, how does someone make a whole film in one single room? The way that he goes about storytelling throughout this film is extremely interesting. In multiple scenes throughout the film, he's seen interacting with the camera as if it were a person, which also kind of adds to his going insane. There are several scenes where he sat in front of a mirror and talking directly at the camera as it's also facing the mirror and zooming in towards itself, which is the closest that he gets to talking to an actual audience. In each of these scenes, we can see his emotions changing and his mental health continuing to deteriorate. These parallels put us, the audience, into the film itself by using the camera as a narrator and showing us this inanimate object's perspective on how Bo's been slowly losing his mind and kind of falling apart. Bo's use of the objects around him to help portray his mentality slowly unraveling is a crucial detail that adds so much visually to the audience seeing Bo lose his mind instead of kind of inferring it by his sporadic and somewhat bipolar behavior throughout the film. Him using all of the camera and lighting equipment that he has and laying it out on the ground around him as he lays there symbolizes his life being completely taken over by the process of making this movie. The whole movie, he's just slowly adding more and more things to the endless stacks of filming, music, and lighting equipment in the background. But a tool that Bo utilizes that affects the way that his movie is portrayed in an even more drastic way than the objects that he uses is the way that he edits. Different editing styles, like overlapping himself during scenes that feel very impactful and important, and fading to black during more somber scenes to help represent the emotions that he's feeling and mirror the low energy that he's experiencing, allows his audience to feel the impact of his motions in a more meaningful way. He also uses cutaways to help keep the story moving at a faster pace in some parts, adding to the comedic effect that he's going for while still getting across the message of the serious topics that he's talking about or singing about. The main way that Bo communicates his deteriorating mental state throughout the film is through music. Bo Burnham started off his career like all great artists, in the trenches of YouTube. He started off by writing comedic songs, and it eventually paved the way to a successful career in stand up comedy. But, as explained in the speech in the middle of the song All Eyes on Me, Bo started to have panic attacks during his live shows, and so he decided to take a break from comedy for a while. Whenever he thought that he was finally ready to rejoin the entertaining world, COVID hit and put a direct stop onto those plans. But Bo decided, screw you, I'm gonna do it anyway. And so he wrote this special and continued to film it, edit it, and all the other stuff that I can't think of because I'm running on 3 hours of sleep and several bowls of cereal. Completely on his own, writing even more original songs to add to his discography. And then even more when he released the Inside Outtakes. But I'm getting excited. Bo uses his music to explain harsh topics in a fun, catchy way while still getting the message across that he feels that people need to be more aware of. There's so many sensitive topics in this film that Bo addresses in a way that's easy for everybody to digest, and that's really the point of this film. As discussed in the beginning song, Comedy, Bo's main goal is to heal the world with comedy. He just wants people to be able to laugh at times where it feels like everything on earth hates you. Doesn't matter how people see you on the outside. Matters how you feel on the inside.